Hey, what's up, Cody?
Not much, man. What's up with you?
Oh, not a lot. What's new?
I don't know, man. Let's ask the 8 Ball. Welcome back. Season 2, episode 9? 8? 8 season. So that's
rhymes with great.
Yeah, we got the great Walt Lehmann on the show
Des Moines
with your
version of the notorious B.I.G.
There you go.
Except
Living version.
He's alive.
He's a living version.
Alive and white.
With your host Cody King, my co-host Eric Marshall.
Wow, that was backfired. Okay, I'll be your co-host this week.
Walt, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. It's about time.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted everyone else to open up for you.
Fair enough.
We wanted to make sure we had the biggest crowd we could for you.
This is our coming out episode.
And we've told everyone just shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Not
It's a silent disco.
So I like that. I like that pandemic crowd.
So, I've got a ton of questions. I know Marshall does too. But I also want to. My first question, I just want to say thank you for these sweet jackets.
How good do we look in these
jackets?
Like we were a
Awesome.
Wolfpack of 1, and then we became a Wolfpack of 3.
Yeah.
No. This so story behind this jacket is in a band I'm sure we'll get to called DDP.
We will.
And we were invited to be on America's Got Talent. And so we were heading to America's Got Talent and stopped at Walcott, Iowa, the world's largest truck stop.
Yep.
And they had a wall of probably 30 yards long of the cat shirts and the wolves howling at the moon and all that stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff.
The good stuff. So we're just there for probably an hour looking at it, and finally we see the clearance rack. And I'm like, oh, there's got to be some great stuff in here. Sure enough, $9 clearance rack. So
How many of them were there? How many did you buy?
Just this one. This was the
okay.
only one there.
You can't put a price tag on it.
No. So we bought that, and I wore this on America's Got Talent as we were booted off both.
So do you have to get invited to go to American Got Talent, or you just show up and kind of?
Well, apparently, I don't know the process as far as if you can just show up. What happened with us is, this is going to date everyone here, but I got a message on MySpace from someone saying they were a producer for America's Got Talent. They were not yet, but they ended up there for sure. And saying they were from America's Got Talent and that they were interested in having us on the show and that we needed to go to an audition in St. Louis. And I'm like, obviously we're being fucked with here because there's no way. No. So I called the number, and sure enough, it is a producer from America's Got Talent. And we went down to St. Louis to audition. And you just show up, and they say be there at like 10 or whatever. Yeah. So we got there a little early, and they bring you into this room. It's like a big, it was at like a Holiday Inn or something. So they have a huge like banquet room. Mm-hmm. And then they have a little like the dance floors at weddings, little thing.
It was a wedding.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's like 3 producers, there's a cameraman, and then you go up there and they ask you a couple questions. What do you do? And so we did one song. I can't remember what song it was. And I just remember the cameraman just like putting his arm up and like crouching, like convulsing with laughter, like these guys are absolutely ridiculous. And the producer just dying. Everyone went in before us, so they were in there for like 5 minutes and came out, and 5 minutes and came out. So we went in, we did our one song, and they're talking, they're like, oh, really funny. And we're like, yeah, we have other songs like you do. Yeah, do another one. So we were in there for probably 20 minutes.
Really?
It was hilarious. And they're like, all right, we'll let you know. And, then we got invited on the main show and went to Chicago for that. And we had written a television-friendly America's Got Talent song, which was so stupid. And so we sat in the basement of the Chicago theater for like 5 hours. And we had smuggled in water bottles vodka. And we watched Spinal Tap for most of the time. So by the time we were going to go on stage, we had a pretty good buzz going. And they do like all the interviews and stuff beforehand, so they're interviewing you like if you make it, if you don't make it, all that stuff, and people are coming and going. So finally, we're about ready to go on stage. Nick Cannon's standing right next to us. It's Howie Mandel. It's Sharon Osbourne and Pierce Morgan.
This would have been like one of the early
Yeah.
seasons.
Simon Cowell wasn't on yet.
Not
No, he
yet,
didn't come on
no.
until like season 8 or 9 or season 10 or something.
Well,
Howard Stern was
so
up before.
we were on twice. We also got voted off by Howard Stern and all those guys too. But-
Nice.
So we're getting ready to walk out there, and right as we start walking out, I turn around, I go, Mike, we're not singing that song. We're singing Falcon the Balloon Boy. He goes, what? I go, yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
the chorus goes, Falcon the Balloon Boy, he wasn't even in the fucking balloon, yeah. Falcon the Balloon Boy, he was up in the attic like a motherfucking twat, yeah.
Do you remember Falcon the Balloon Boy? Cody?
I've never been introduced to this song until.
But
Do
it's
you know
an
the actual
it's an
Falcon the
actual
Balloon Boy?
person.
No, I didn't know about it. I tried looking it up, but I didn't know the name of it.
So
So
Falcon was like a Latino kid?
He was
Cuban?
Asian something,
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly what
Yeah.
I said. And he like got trapped in a balloon in Colorado or something. I don't know. It was a long time ago, so I don't remember. All
I
the details, but
assumed
it's
he was
real
like
story. It was
he
national-
like had to
it was
live
a
in
big
there because
national
it
news
was
story at the time.
No, he so his dad was like obsessed with getting them like reality shows and trying to get them on TV and stuff.
Yep.
So he put a hoax together, and he had a weather balloon in his backyard, and he's videotaping. All of a sudden, the weather balloon lifts off. My son's in the weather balloon. The weather balloon's like a mile in the air.
Yeah.
CNN's live, like fighter jets are following this thing, hoping this kid doesn't fall out.
Yeah.
Balloon lands, no kid. No kids in there. So like, oh, he must have fallen out. He must have died. Well, he climbed up in the garage attic and was hiding up there. Then his dad's like, oh, kids, he just... Meanwhile, the whole thing was set up. They go on the Today Show. The kid throws up on live television because you can tell he just doesn't want to go along with this whole story.
Yeah.
So, so Mike and I, it happened...
Was his name actually Falcon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's how it all came to be, and we kind of, when we were writing the song, I was thinking of America, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So it's got that to it.
Nice.
So that's kind of where that came from. But yeah, we wrote that in probably like 10 or 15 minutes, and then performed it, the next night. So 11 years ago today, Falcon the Balloon Boy was written.
Did Nick
Nice.
Cannon hate it?
Nick Cannon never interacted with us going out or coming back.
So I have a theory with Nick Cannon because I don't know why he's on TV still. I don't think he's funny at all.
He's not on TV
I
anymore.
think my mom liked Nick Cannon as a host, and I think that's why. It's because old white women thought Nick Cannon was hilarious.
He was like, he
only
was
he
like
was good
the
at
hood
being a
Wayne
host.
Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wayne Brady was actually semi-talented.
Yeah, he didn't really interact. He was there. We went out. We got to fuck yeah, and then it was done.
They all buzzed you?
They were all pissed off that we swore. They threatened us with lawsuits, all that sort of stuff.
Was
Because
it
you
live?
swore?
It was not. They do live to tape.
Like
So
15 seconds
yeah,
delay or whatever.
yeah, we said fuck. Yeah, it was like a decision we made to just go out and sing the song as is and not sing the bullshit song that we wrote.
And they let you back on the next year, though, too. Huh?
Not next year. So this was probably, I want to say, so that would have been like 2011 or 12. So come around to 2000, no, that would have been 09, maybe 10. So maybe like 2014 or 15.
Like 4 or 5 years later.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years later, get a call because they had our number from the same producer. Hey, would you guys like to come back on America's Got Talent? We're like, how?
Yeah.
Like, how are you letting us
Yeah.
back on? They're like, oh, the producers liked you. Obviously, you can't swear. We're like, okay. So we went back and we sang a song that we wrote. We had a children's album that we have written, never recorded. We were going to call it Invisible Touch. Because we wanted to touch kids from the inside with music. And it was called Mary's Bald Beaver. And it was about a girl named Mary who had a pet beaver with no hair. My friend Mary had a beaver. It's her little pet. Beavers like to build a dam, but this one can't get wet, And so we sang that one and got buzzed by Heidi Klum, Sporty Spice, and Howie Mandel, but Howard Stern did not give us an
Yeah,
axe.
it's Howard Stern
Yeah,
has a good sense of humor.
So, well, funny enough, I am friends with his wife, Beth. Her and I went to college together.
Oh, nice.
So we are Facebook official. It's pretty cool.
They're actually from we're from Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, so she
That's
went to, she's from Fox Chapel in Pittsburgh. I went to University of Pittsburgh. She was friends with my roommate Ken in college, so we were
Did Ken sleep with her?
I don't know. I'm not going to say that on live.
He did set his speaker on the ground, though. And
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
oh, fantastic. Have you heard of local musician Bruce Day?
I know Bruce Day. Yep.
He does kids songs.
Yes, he does.
Have you guys thought of collabing together? You could do Poopity Poop and Brown Beaver and mix them together.
That's true, yeah. I mean, we had Mary's Ball Beaver. We had a song called Tickle the Pickle about a pickle named Tickle.
What was the song on your first album about Chris Hansen?
It was called Pedophiles,
Yeah, but it was
about Chris Hansen, about Dateline NBC. And we touched on a lot of topics, that were very taboo, I think. Bands like Decoy aren't going to touch. But we, really went out on a limb and decided that we were going to touch on topics.
You trying to call it Decoy? Start a little beef with Decoy?
No, there's always been a beef with Decoy.
yeah,
they know
that's,
that.
that's a running beef.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually is something I'll get into later.
Okay,
which
perfect.
Is fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's was a fun era for I don't know, 8 or 9.
So
years.
you said you guys smuggle in alcohol. Speaking of that, you once said anything bacon, anything alcohol.
Yeah.
That seems like a fair quote.
Describing Bacon Fest.
Describe Bacon Fest.
And that's what they were asking you what you liked about Bacon Fest.
Yeah.
You said anything bacon, anything alcohol.
Bacon Fest has really been there's several defining moments for us as a band at Bacon Fest. So we were at the third Bacon Fest, which was, I forget.
Was that the fairgrounds?
No, that was out, what's the building across from the Civic Center?
Hy-Vee Hall?
Hy-Vee Hall.
No, right
Civic
across.
Center.
Where there's a little...
Vets Auditorium?
No, it's an office building.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The Kaleidoscope.
No,
In that area?
it's got a square in the middle.
Capitol Square.
Capitol Square.
Bam.
Yep. So it was
Guessing
there.
buildings
Well,
until
no,
you get
the
it right.
Kaleidoscope's right there with it.
I gotcha.
So they had us there, and we asked Brooks, hey, do we need to tone it down? He said, nope, do what you do. Okay, fair enough. So we go up on the stage, and I think at this one there might have been 2,000, 1,500 people. I mean, it wasn't huge.
Right.
Beggin' Strips was the main sponsor
Nice.
of the event. And we proceed to go up there. Christopher Mahari, who everyone knows, photographer extraordinaire, said you guys killed it. We threw CDs out. It was awesome. Yep, bow tie guy.
Yep.
And Beggin' Strips immediately pulled their sponsorship.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yep, dropped their sponsorship from Bacon Fest, wanted to drop it from that event. So we did not play Bacon Fest the following year. We were banned from Bacon Fest.
Did you attend, though?
That year, I believe, I think I've been to like 10 of the 13. The first two I did not go to.
Decoy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Decoy came in.
Yeah.
So the following year was the Vikings. So that was at the fairgrounds.
Yep.
The second year. And it was in... Is it the Nat building? It's kind of like the gymnasium.
Yeah, I think so.
Or Hubble building. I don't know. One of those.
One of them.
So we were first to go on at like 11 in the morning. And we had a reporter for City View following us, Chad Taylor. He was a music writer for them. Oh, yeah, here.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Well, I
okay.
didn't want to do it all at the same time, so one of us could talk while we're drinking our shots of alcohol.
Ooh, ginger ale. I like that. He was following us around for like 3 weeks or so. So we got a tour bus to take us to Bacon Fest that day.
Nice.
And we showed up. We started about 7 in the morning. So by 11, we were pretty tuned up. Terry Brandstad's in the audience as we're about ready to start.
Gov.
And all we see is Marshall Porter, one of the Bacon Fest guys, running through the crowd. No, stop. Don't swear, don't swear. Like, oh, okay. So we started off with Mary's Bald Beaver, and we just see people leading the governor out of, you just see a mustache just bouncing through. So he left, and we started playing, and just more people started coming, and more people started coming, and more, and it was packed by the time we got done. It was awesome. Probably one of our best shows ever.
Yep.
And Decoy was supposed to go on after us. We were supposed to play from 11 to 12. At about 12:45, they're like, "Get off the stage! You guys have to get off." Okay, so, but yeah, that was huge. We played that, and that was a huge crowd. So, I mean, it's debauchery. It's alcohol. It's bacon. It's food. It's
I'll be honest, every time I've gone to Bacon Fest, I don't remember ever actually eating any bacon.
right.
I remember the
I just
first
go-
time we went, we got like 3 strips of bacon, and I'm like, dude, I'm so hungry. I didn't eat because I was just planning
Yeah,
to eat
I was
all
just
kinds of
up at
bacon.
like
Right.
up at the little Vegas strip or whatever.
Yeah.
That's not what it was every
Well, see,
year.
they get you in that you think there's tons of free bacon, which there is as much free bacon as you can get. The problem is you have to wait in line for the free
You get
bacon.
one strip, and you
Yeah.
back to the line again.
So to get anything else, you have to pay for, which obviously is fine, but then you gotta, actually wait in line for that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, same thing. Luckily, when you play there, they pay you. You get some bacon bucks and stuff like that, and alcohol fits in your drum kit when you bring it in and all that. So you have a little bit of that, but yeah, I mean, we've loved Bacon Fest. It's I love the event. It's it's two things I love: bacon and alcohol.
Yeah.
So
We took a pretty cool ride to Bacon Fest one time.
And the hot rod.
We called an Uber, and it was I don't know what it was, a Prius or something.
Nice.
There's 5 of us, and like, yeah, we can't fit y'all in here. And we just happened to see this like 80.
To be fair, we were going from Copper Cup to Wells Fargo Arena.
No, we were going from Annie's to
Yeah,
Wells Fargo.
from Annie's. So we were going
even closer.
essentially
3 blocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this
was a little cold out there.
1985 limo with flames down the side rolls up, and we just wave it down. We're like, hey, can you give us a ride?
I still have that guy's business card.
I have it too. He rolls down all the windows as he's pulling up and just starts blaring 80s rock bands.
It was Kid Rock.
Was it Kid Rock?
What song was it? American Badass.
Is that what
Kid
it was?
Rock. We just rolled up and we're just like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, who are these people?
I would have been like, drive around a little more before
Yeah,
you
right.
drop us off.
It was awesome. And then we got him on the way back too. We just called him. He
we
pulls
called
up.
him. He's like, he sounded like he was asleep when we called him.
He
Yeah.
probably was.
It's like, 20 minutes, man. I think this time
great.
we pulled up Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow picture.
Yeah, I
So
think
it was-
that's
it was-
right.
It was a weird dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not as cool as a tour bus, but it was a pretty cool ride.
Yeah, no, that was a good addition. We went with, there were probably 5 or 6 guys on there. Going from Bacon Fest back downtown, there were probably 50 people on it.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time.
So, quick, not really a side note, but we'll just transition real quick. We'll get more back into the DDP lifestyle.
Sure.
But, so you are in the car business.
Yep.
So, there's not a lot of white rappers in the car business.
I mean, not that I'm aware of.
No,
In the
They're-
car,
they're
not
good
in
for-
the car business.
Not on this side of 8 Mile, at least.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
But so each week I like
Yes.
to, find some jokes about our guests and their professions. So I got a couple jokes. And
Okay.
I just want to read them off.
Sure.
See if you've heard any of them. Joke number 1. What did the cowboy say when he walked into the German car dealership?
Audi.
Nice.
Nice.
You've heard that one.
I have not, but I was thinking howdy. I worked
Audi.
at an Audi dealership, so fair enough.
Why did the chicken go to the car dealership?
I don't know.
It wanted to trade the coupe for a sedan.
Okay, I get that. All right.
What do you have to know to be a car salesman?
No, I can. All jokes aside, absolutely nothing.
Well, it's actually the opposite. You got to know lots.
Okay. All right.
Nice, huh?
Yeah.
I get it. I get
Yep.
it.
What do you call getting a hand job in a Volkswagen Beetle?
Ooh.
Bug and tug?
That's
A bug and
that's
tug?
we might be onto something here, but it's a Herbie hand job.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, 2 car salesmen sitting at the bar. One complained to the other, "Boy, business sucks. If I don't sell more cars this month, I'm going to lose my fucking ass." Too late, he noticed a beautiful blonde sitting 2 stools away. Immediately, he offered apologies for his use of bad language. "That's okay," the blonde replied. "I have a very similar problem. If I don't sell more ass this month, I'm going to lose my car."
There you go.
If you're going to tell jokes, you really shouldn't read from your phone.
Well, okay, calm down, Ben Ewan. And last one, my neighbor bought an Audi, a Volkswagen, and 2 Acuras. I think she has car owner's virus.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I
those
get
are the
it.
best jokes the internet had to offer today.
Sure. Those
There was
you're on
2
the wrong site.
Yeah, there was 2 good jokes.
Yeah. So, Walt, I did a kind of a deep dive, and I noticed that in 2016 or 17, you guys were going to do a project, and you started a Kickstarter. And you tried to get to $5,000 to do this project, and it currently still sits at $4,030.
We actually raised the money for the project.
Oh, did you?
We got the project shot.
Was it for a documentary?
Yep. And then ran out of money to get it edited and put together.
Okay.
So right now we have 30 hours of video.
Okay.
And there's always grand plans to finish that up. But yeah, that was a bacon fest.
Do we need to start Kickstarter to get this thing edited?
I mean, we can talk about that off air. But,
Yeah.
yeah, Brad Seidenfeld has the original, so we
Does he?
can bring him in. And
I got questions about Brad later on, too.
okay,
So.
all right,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, at this point in time is when we go into our fake sponsor of the week.
okay.
So we'll roll into that, and we'll be right back with. I think we're gonna kick off with the Blitz after the fake
We can
sponsor.
kick off with the Blitz. I got some good questions, I think.
Yeah, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Larry. Hi, Hank. So you have something to show me?
Yeah. You follow me, huh?
So what is it? Is that a doobie?
Uh-huh.
No thanks, I'm cool.
Come on. It'll be fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Kids, don't smoke doobies.
Yeah,
Be safe
yeah.
out there.
That was
Does
scary.
that look like fun, even? I mean,
No.
No?
Marijuana? You mean the devil's lettuce? Yeah, I'm out.
It's
That
a
ha-
gateway drug. That's
It
what I've
is.
heard.
Yep.
Not tricking me.
So-
So throughout the show here, I forgot to start off with this today. We do a few things. We do the Blitz, which is what we're about to do.
Okay.
Obviously, fake sponsor of the week. We have real sponsors too. We're big time in.
I noticed that. Yeah. I mean, that's big time.
Shout
That's
out
way
BBops
more
and
sponsors.
And Lola's, yeah.
We also do the Kyle McLean Low Life Piece of Shit of the Week award.
Okay. Does he win every week?
He should.
Well, yeah.
I can't think of a lower life piece of shit. But we also do the name game. Who is?
Yeah.
Where I tell you someone's real name and you tell me their stage name.
And then we do a
Okay.
deep dive into some old pictures of yours that we found.
Okay. Yeah.
I tried
There.
to look through your Twitter, but you don't have one.
I have one. It's not active as far as posting.
Okay.
I read on there, but yeah, I haven't done much twatting.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're a lot of twatters over
Yeah.
here.
Facebook's really where you're going to find the info.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't find you on Instagram either, so I had to really deep
Yeah,
dive into
I'm
it.
on there too. But
Oh,
now
speaking
it's
of real
mostly-
quick on Instagram, there is a Walt Lehmann on Instagram. Let me show you him.
Oh, boy.
Well, if you look up MC Lyrical, that's all the social media
Okay.
pages.
So the Walt Lehmann on Instagram I found, he is a fashion model. Hashtag beard model, hashtag life is good.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, but he's only got 4,000 followers, so
I
he's not
see.
that big of a model
No.
yet.
Oh, damn.
Huh.
But
He's got a good
I'll have
beard,
to get in
though.
touch with him.
Yeah.
are you okay, man? Your
I mean,
pants
I'm
getting a little
I'm
tight?
jealous of beards. I can't grow one, so.
Yeah. You're growing straight goatee, Fort
Yeah.
Dodge style.
Fort D.
Let's get into the Blitz then. You ready?
Blitz time.
Hot, hike!
It's a blitz. It's a blitz. It's a blitz. Yeah, it's a blitz. Let's go.
All right. So, Walt, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm going to ask Marshall, and then we'll compare answers.
Okay.
Ready? What did you eat today?
The whole day or just like one meal?
Whatever you want to talk about.
Well, I had cool basil for dinner. I
Ooh.
had some spicy shrimp lo mein and
What spice level?
5.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
5 out of 6, yeah.
Okay.
And then I got the steamed pork dumplings as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have any weird talents?
Weird talents outside of horrific rapping.
Well, that's a great
I mean,
talent.
fantastic rapping.
Yeah, not anything odd, I don't think.
Okay.
I was a Division I soccer player.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people don't know because I'm largely overweight and couldn't run to that railing right now.
Football.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you rather fight Bruce Lee or Mike Tyson?
Bruce Lee for sure. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Mike Tyson would kill you.
Bruce Lee could kill you with
Bruce
one
Lee
finger,
has,
though, I feel
nah,
like.
but he has empathy.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's a sociopath. You would be dead.
Who would last longer riding a bull, you or Marshall?
I would, because the bull isn't able to kick with me on it.
What is DDEP's greatest hit?
Oh, man. I would have to say either Falcon the Balloon Boy or Hot Girls at the Lake. I think they're both about on even level.
Okay.
Hot Girls at the Lake actually got some radio play, so maybe
Okay.
Shout out 107.5.
105.1.
Okay.
And
Same
then I
company.
don't know what the Okoboji radio station was, but I got some up there because it's about Okoboji, Hot Girls
Okay.
at the
Nice.
Lake. So, yeah.
Who is your favorite AGT judge of all time?
Howard Stern, by far.
Okay,
By
fair. That's,
far.
man, that's a pretty good answer.
Yeah.
Who's a better musician, you or Brad Seinfeld?
Well, Brad, because I don't play any I don't play any instruments. So that would be easy. Anyone that plays an instrument is a better musician than myself.
All right,
That's fair.
And then final question: who's a better musician, Ben Eulin or anyone else?
You
Oh
mean
my
magician?
Magician. Did I say musician again?
See, you're looking at your phone and you don't
Yeah,
even get it right.
Magician. Magician and musician are too hard words to say.
Well, obviously anyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct.
That guy's an absolute joke.
Nice.
And that's been the Blitz.
You were kind of easy on the questions.
Yeah, well,
That's all right.
this is my first time meeting Walt, so I didn't have a whole lot of dirt on him.
Look, you just got to go hard in the paint.
Yeah, go
that's
hard,
true.
man.
That's true.
Bring it on.
Marshall, you ready?
I'm ready.
What did you eat today?
For breakfast, I had Chick-fil-A.
For breakfast?
I had their sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Okay.
Chicken sausage.
For lunch, I made a nice salmon fillet with a side of udon noodles with broccoli and carrots. And for dinner, I had BBops, actually. I had a number 2 with cheese.
Okay. Do you have any weird talents?
Yeah, I can armpit fart.
It's like a melody. Can you...
Yeah, you just put your arm.
Yeah, I know how to do it. And that's our next AGT winner right there, guys.
Yeah.
I'm on.
If you could do that and get kicked in the nuts, you might win.
Yeah, right?
Sold.
Who would you rather fight, Bruce Lee or Mike Tyson?
I would probably say Bruce Lee also, because Mike Tyson bit a guy's ear off just for fun one time. And Bruce Lee's dead, so I feel like I still have a better chance.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Who would last longer riding a bull, you or Walt?
Waltz, for sure. I would get thrown off in about 2 seconds. $1
So, wait, no, I didn't ask you how long your sex is.
Wow.
Well, that's the one thing probably quicker than my sex, because I can go 8 seconds at least.
What's DDEP's greatest hit?
Too many rhymes.
Okay.
That's my jam.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's a better musician, Brad or Walt?
You know, Brad, Walt doesn't play an instrument.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a reason why Walt could maybe win that one, but he doesn't play an instrument.
Yeah.
Maybe the skin flute at home every once in a while, but you know.
Yeah, oh yeah, all
That's
the time.
married life, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Once you get married, man, it's all the time. It's
Kids
crazy.
asleep. I'll
Yeah.
be in my man cave. Don't come in my room while I'm vacuuming.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Who's your favorite AGT judge?
Howard Stern also. Honestly, I hate the show. So Howard
Just
Stern's-
because-
I like Simon Cowell. He was all right. His shirts were always too tight, and he was always.
I mean, Heidi
nipping out,
Klum's the correct answer, but
Eh.
she's very attractive.
She's only famous because she married Seal, the greatest R&B singer of all time.
Okay. And then who's a better magician, Ben Eulin or anybody else?
Literally anybody else.
Correct. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's been the Blitz.
Ben Eulin. I don't even know, where does she perform at?
Good answer.
Thank
Good
you.
answer.
Thank you.
Ooh. So
Trying to get
we're-
those bonus points
Yeah,
for this, right?
he's trying to win this one. So what did you eat today? Marshall had BBops, so I'm gonna give him that one.
Okay. Fair enough.
Any weird talents? Marshall has the armpit farts. You said
Yeah.
you didn't really have any.
No,
so-
not weird. No. No.
You said,
Bam.
you said actual talents.
That's the most points
Yeah,
Cody's
sorry,
ever given me.
I'm just talented. They're not weird. They're
Yeah,
just-
no, that's fair. I have
Straight
zero
talent.
talent. I can armpit fart. Occasionally, leg pit fart if I get the right angle.
And you have enough energy.
Yeah. Can't lift my leg up that high anymore.
See, Ed, who would you rather fight, Mike Tyson or Bruce Lee? Mike Tyson is only going to punch you. I feel like.
Yeah, once, and your head's going to spin around, your neck's going to crack.
He
and you're
almost
gonna be
killed
paralyzed.
Alan in The Hangover.
But there's so
You're
many
gonna be
different ways.
paralyzed.
Bruce Lee could kill you with like a finger.
Yeah, but like I
He's not
said,
Kill Bill.
he's empathetic. He's not going to kill you
But
necessarily.
I didn't make fun of Mike Tyson's pigeons. I just wanted to fight them.
Yeah, I'm just saying he has no.
Now
he
kill.
has no like. Hey, I'm just going to take it easy on you. Switch.
All right, fair enough.
His switch
fair
is
enough.
we're fighting. I'm punching your face off your head.
Or bite your ear off.
Yeah, or
I-
both.
I have small ears.
Same time.
Yeah, and I don't
Fair
think
enough.
Bruce Lee did cocaine.
Okay.
Who would last longer riding a bull? You both said Walt, so
Yep.
we'll tie again. Who's a better musician, Brad or Walt? And both said Brad.
Yep.
Brad's actually a decent rapper too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
When he
but-
gets shit faced, it's
Yeah.
pretty fun to watch him get up there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've
It's
seen
fantastic.
that. Yeah,
He's-
Yeah.
He
It's
did
like-
a- he
it's
did
about,
a-
It's about 12:30 at the farmer's market when he's supposed
Yeah.
to be done at 11:45.
He did an off-the-cuff rap about me being short and not being able to reach the vodka bottles while I was bartending one time, and it was pretty fucking hilarious actually.
He played Wellman's Rooftop one night, and Mike and I showed up, and it was the night he and his now wife started hanging out, and he was so drunk. He has, all those pedals. So Mike and I took over because Brad was so drunk he couldn't play
Right.
anymore. He's literally sitting Indian style on the ground, on the rooftop, pushing the pedals with his hand and just mumbling into a mic.
remember this.
Yeah, mumbling into a mic.
That's
it.
hilarious.
Talking into a speaker it was crazy. And then Fallon had to carry him home. He left all his stuff. That was
He
a
did
great
that
night.
once at the farmer's market too. He left all his stuff there. It started raining. We had to cover it all up for him.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
hilarious.
Yep.
DDP's greatest hit? I'm going to give it to Walt because it's his band.
Well, yeah.
He knows.
I'm his number one fan, so I
Yeah.
feel like I would know his songs better than he
No,
does.
that's a great song. It's a Des Moines song. It's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the better musician?
That was the first
magician?
song, DDP song, too.
Really?
Yeah. Too many rhymes.
In motherfucking Des Moines.
That's right.
Okay. And then the last two you both tied on. So Marshall's going to win this one.
That's fine. I think,
It's my first victory.
hey, I gave it up to you.
I've actually had 2 victories today. 3, actually, because I had BBops. I won this, and I have this sweet jacket.
So wait, who's more sympathetic then, Bruce Lee or Walt for letting you win?
Walt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a modern-day Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Correct. I can kill you with a finger.
I bet. Just in a different spot than Bruce would.
Exactly. Yep. The sausage fingers, they hurt.
In your face. So that was the Blitz.
That was the Blitz.
I've won
Marshall's
one.
first
This is
win.
fantastic. Two,
Wow.
2 seasons and 8 episodes in,
Hey.
I finally win a Blitz.
You're welcome. They're easy questions, though.
Yeah, you kind of lobbed that
When
one.
I'm on the next episode 10, when I come back, back to back, first back to back.
We didn't finish everything. We had to go for a second episode.
There you go.
That's true. How many times has people walked up to your dealership and just punched in the arm and said slug bug?
Well, I don't work at Volkswagen anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No, I'm Mercedes now.
Oh, nice.
Yep. But that used to happen every once in a while, and yeah, it got annoying.
Slug bug.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's the first time.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
It's like when people come up to the bar and they're like, "Can I get a Corona? Hold the disease."
Holy-
Or, you know.
So, Walt, how did DDEP come to be?
So Mike, the other member of the band, his cousin is Trisha Miller, T-Money.
Yeah.
And she and I were friends before I met Mike. And he used to play at different bars around town, kind of like a Brad Seidenfeld type. And so
Just less
her and I
so-
would
less-
go and watch him play. So I was having a party at my house. I have a huge backyard, and asked him to play at it. And he said yes. We had become friendly at that point. And then before he came, I wrote Too Many Rhymes. And I said, hey, I want to sing this song at my party. So he came over a couple days before, put the music to it. We practiced and then played that song. So that was the first song, and that's how we met. So then he would play around town, and I'd go, and he'd say, hey, come up and sing that song. And people were like, oh, that's a great song. So then we wrote a couple more songs, and then he played at Vaudeville Muse one night. He was opening up for somebody, and so we were going to open up for him. He was going to. So we were sitting at Royal Mile, and we're like, we got to come up with a name for the band. And so we're sitting at Royal Mile, and DDP came to be right at the bar at Royal
What's
Mile.
DDP stand for?
Nobody knows.
No, but
No, it in the City View article, Chad Taylor, that was one of the things. So he said, "I'll get you on the cover of City View if you tell us what DDP stands for." So we're like,
Really?
okay. So it's dumb. Everyone thinks because we swore and all that it was some like double D, double dick, entering
Yeah.
pussy, whatever. And so it was very disappointing. So it's double disc EP. So do you know what an EP is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
4 or 5 songs.
Yeah.
So we thought, let's make a double disc EP, charge $25 for it, put like 4 songs on each one,
Okay.
and so that's DDP. It's pretty
double disc EP.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not anything sexy, but yeah, that was it. But for years, nobody knew.
You wouldn't tell anybody?
No, and they're like, "Oh, it's got to be,
It's a
once
mystery.
again, yes,
I saw that episode of Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah.
it was on there. It was on there.
What is what's Money Mike doing nowadays?
Unfortunately, Mike and I have not talked in almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Since March of 19. There wasn't like a single event or anything. It's just we haven't talked.
Been busy.
He has a new band, I think. He was a teacher at Dowling, which he may still be. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about so you guys added a member to the band later in the years called
There were
Chang.
Chang, yeah.
What's
he
he
was
up to
a
now?
drummer. He is a manager at a retail furniture store in the East Village. I see him at, surprisingly, Lifetime every once in a
You're just
while.
driving by or what?
he's-
I'm
playing
in
the
there.
air drums
I'm
the whole
just
time?
doing. I do my cardio there. I do a lot of that. No.
Yeah.
They have the indoor pool, so my son likes to swim there. So we'll go,
Okay.
and his daughter and him are there every once in a while. So we bump in. Yeah, Chang. We wanted a drummer, and so we hired Chang, and it was a tumultuous year and a half with Chang.
Nice.
But it was definitely added a different depth, and it was fun.
Yeah.
He was drummed on our second album, and
Okay.
yeah.
There was one time where Mike had tried to get me to do a show with you guys and go by DJ Carlissimo.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. I
It was
forgot
right
about
after
that.
PJ Carlissimo got choked out by Latrell Sprewell. And so he wanted me to go by DJ Carlissimo.
That's funny.
That's right. Yeah, there were. We had a lot of interactions back in the day because Wellman's Rooftop. We played a lot there. We were one of the few bands, or I've been told at least, that actually made the bar money.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Because me and Bruce bartended a few of your Sunday
Yes.
Fun Days on the Roof, and
Yeah.
those were good days.
Yes, they would come. What's his name? Shit. I can see his face now too. Young Gun. He
Oh,
used to
Guns. Oh,
yeah,
bartend-
Guns?
He used to
Yeah.
bartend up there all the time too,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we'd go up there. He's like, "Yes, you guys are here tonight."
He'd be so excited.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it would just be it'd turn in, because we had to be done, I think, at 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'd start at 5:30 or 6 and play for 2 hours, and it would just turn into an absolute shit show.
Oh, yeah. It'd be,
And it was great.
yeah, people puking off the side of the roof.
Super moon.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
well, including Mike and myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make right on top of the patio below.
Yeah.
Brad just joined you for fun.
Brad, actually, that was the one night he was actually playing. Mike and I just showed up, and because he was so drunk, we actually finished his set for him because he
Yeah.
would not.
Did he puke off the railing that time?
I don't know if he ever puked. Mike and I, so one time, I had a wireless mic, and we were playing and doing tons of shots. It might have been like a 4th of July or something. And we were doing shots of Fireball. And somebody gave me a shot, and I thought it was Fireball, and it was Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't dislike Jameson, but when you think it's Coke and you drink Sprite,
Yeah.
you're like, oh. Well, it's like that times 1,000.
Yeah.
So I do a shot, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to puke. So with my microphone, I run down the stairs into the bathroom, and I'm puking, but I forget the wireless mic's still on upstairs.
They could hear
So,
you puking.
so I'm basically puking into the mic as it's being through there. So yeah, but those were great times for
Those are
sure.
good old days.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, with that being said, let's talk about our sponsors.
Okay.
Because they don't like if we sleep on them.
Hell yeah. I get it.
Lola's just recently became a sponsor of the show.
I love Lola's hot sauce.
It's fantastic.
Love it. Yes. See, that's like not spicy enough for me. Yeah, I'm going like scorpion. Like
We should have brought
hot.
the Family Reserve. I didn't bring it with. Nope. But Family Reserve, they gave us a bottle of it, and it's like the hottest sauce I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, there is a level. I tried Dave's Insanity. I'm always trying to, like, what's the level where it's hot, like hot, but it's not so stupid hot that I can't eat it.
Right.
And I got the Dave's Insanity, and that stuff there's a reason it's called that.
Right.
But, yeah, I love Lola's.
Yeah, Lola's
is great.
Family Reserve, though, it is, so if you like hot, it's available on their website, actually. And if you go on the website and you use the promo code ASK8BALL, you get 10% off any order.
Okay, all right.
So ASK8BALL, promo code 10% off any order through Lola's. Also, BBops, which I had for dinner. Fantastic. I have a free coupon for you in the car. What's your favorite BBops one?
You know what? I don't eat there enough to know the meal. I just know it's a double cheeseburger.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, love it.
Number 2 with cheese. Yeah. Oh, you get cheese on your chicken. Interesting.
I don't mind that.
You, it's good though. You get the chicken. Have you had the chicken sandwich at BBops?
No.
Game changer. I promise you, game changer.
Better than
But
Popeyes?
Well, honestly, I haven't had Popeyes.
I know, but I
But
set you up perfectly
you
for
did.
that. You're supposed to be like, hell yeah, Popeyes sucks.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. I haven't had it for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So last week I got the chicken sandwich and I added actually the Lola's Buffalola on it, so I made
Okay.
like a buffalo chicken.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
They have a good fish sandwich, not too bad.
The-
I mean, it's
as
not-
the signs say, the fish is delish.
It's not fillet of fish, but fillet of fish is the best fish sandwich on the market by far.
Wow.
I'm just going out on the limb. I like. Hey. It's a vehicle to get the tartar sauce in your mouth. That's all it is.
So's a spoon.
Yeah, but Spoon doesn't have a half a slice of American cheese, a steamed bun, and some form of pressed
and-
fish.
and nothing in order on it at all.
No,
the
zero.
cheese is on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
Sauce is on top of the bun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time I had the bun turned upside down. It was like inverted bun, but whatever. You deal with it. It's McDonald's.
Yeah. You get what
But
you pay for.
BBops is by far the best
Yeah.
fast food.
So
I don't
that
know,
being
is it
said,
fast food? Casual fast? I don't know.
Yeah. With that being said, here's a word from BBops and Lola's, and we'll be right back.
Where's the best place in Des Moines to get a burger, fries, and a chocolate shake?
BBops, big tasty burgers, hot crispy fries, and great chocolate shakes.
So why do you come to BBops?
The burgers are fresh and fast, and it tastes great.
I like the pork fritters and chicken sandwiches.
Where's the best place in Des Moines to get a burger, fries, and a chocolate shake?
There's only one place we go. BBops.
Oh, BBops, better than good.
To Lola's and BBops, don't forget Lola's. If you want to order something, use the promo code ASK8BALL for 10% off your orders. And look, I feel like we're professional. That we have like a promo code. It's cool. Just go, we should get what BBops. Just go up to the window, BBops. Like, yeah, this is ASK8BALL. And they're like, who? Yeah, the chocolate shake's still $1.
Yeah, yeah, right. Give me 99 cents, I guess. I'll give you 1% off.
So before we go into the Kyle McLean low like piece of shit of the week award,
Yeah.
I want to give you my list of the top 5 white rappers of all time.
Okay.
Okay.
And I want to know where I'm wrong and where I'm right.
Okay. Are they in order 1 to 5 or just 5?
They're in order, 1 to 5.
Okay. Start at 5.
Okay, well, I'll start with my honorable.
Because I think number 1 is a given.
Yeah, I'll start with my honorable mentions. Honorable mentions are Yellow Wolf.
Okay.
And
Is he white?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And MC Burger.
Okay.
Honorable mentions. And number 5 is a tie between Mike Shinoda of Linkin Park and Paul Wall.
Okay.
Number 4, Lil Biggie. Number 3, Mac Miller. Number 2 is a group of the Beastie Boys. Number 1, Eminem.
Yeah. One Eminem.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can't believe you put Walt so low. I'm a little offended.
He only had 2 albums.
Yeah, I mean, sure. That's like saying
To be
Tupac
fair, they were
had
both
more
greatest
than
hits.
you.
I think Snow, Informer. He's top 5 probably. Yeah.
Throw a couple sparks in there.
Well, you got some old school guys, so I don't know if you ever heard of the band Third Base, MC
Oh, yeah.
Search.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so those guys, you'd have to probably put in the mix, I would guess. But yeah, I mean, I would say that's a pretty good.
Pretty solid list.
Yeah, that's a good list. That's a good
Who would you
list.
say is the greatest rapper, period, of all time?
Rakim.
Rakim?
Rakim.
Rakim, I mean,
Rakim.
if you're into the lyricism, Rakim just...
Well, not only that, Rakim was as gritty and as gangster as you could get.
Yeah.
Not one swear word on any of his albums.
That's why Will Smith is the best.
He was a gangster.
No.
Rakim
He was,
the-
yeah. I mean, his flow, his lyrics,
His flat top.
like I said, his grittiness. Yeah, he did have a high
Nice
top
little-
fade. Yep. And him and Eric B, the DJ, Rakim.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I would have to say he's the top rapper of all time. I would have to say that Biggie is up there for sure.
I'm a big guy.
Nas, Tupac, those guys.
So I say Tupac and then Eminem.
Yeah, I mean Eminem definitely. I think, yeah, I mean the cool thing is it's a genre that me being a little older than you guys literally saw from the beginning. You know, it's not like rock and roll or the blues or whatever. I mean, it was a genre that started early 80s, and I mean, it's a 40-year-old genre.
Yeah.
It's not 100 years old, so it was kind of cool to see that, start from
The evolution of it.
from the who was Rapper's Delight.
Rappers like
Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah, sure.
Those guys kind of started, and then it started from there, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Growing up in Philly, it was cool because I was a senior in 1990, so 85, 86. You only had New York and Philly. You had Run DMC and LL Cool J and those guys. You didn't have a West Coast. You didn't have Miami. You didn't have that. So it was the epicenter, and to see that was pretty cool for sure.
Nice. Our guest from 2 weeks ago, Eric Barton, was a Pitbull in this record.
Yeah, I wouldn't even put him as a rapper. He's more of a like John Cicada or Enrique Iglesias.
John Cicada, nice.
I love John Cicada. That's my guilty pleasure.
Speaking of John Cicada, let's go to the Kyle McLean low-life piece of shit.
Right.
In a world of Kyle McLean's, only one stands out. It's the Kyle McLean Low Life Piece of Shit of the Week Award.
I've got 2 nominees this week.
I got 1, 2.
Walt, do you have a chance?
I got 5.
You guys go ahead. I will probably have one.
Okay.
Go ahead, Marsh. since you got 5.
My first nominee is the entire NFC East division in football.
Okay.
Because they're all terrible. I'm a Cowboys fan.
Sure.
Trash.
Yeah.
That's my first nominee.
That's a very fair one.
I'll throw in the second one that is lymphoma.
Okay.
For trying to take Jeff Bridges,
Yeah,
to do
saw
tracks.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep. Cody?
He's surviving, right? He's doing.
Well, we just started.
Oh, did you
Yeah,
start? Okay.
he hasn't fully developed it.
Well, my first nominee is myself, actually.
Oh,
For messing up our promo with Lola's last week when we were in the plane. So we were supposed to record a video.
Cool. Yeah.
And I admit that I fucked up.
Yeah.
My second promo was actually Eric Marshall for our first shot we did tonight. He did without us. Well, he didn't cheers, he just took it.
Well, that's because you forgot to do the Lolas last week.
I didn't mess that up. We got one more, but I'll leave it for last.
Okay. Next one is Jeffrey Tubin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Masturbating on Zoom call.
Yeah, let's see that.
They see a contributor masturbating on a Zoom call, they don't realize that people can see them.
I mean, when you gotta rub one out, though, I mean,
Just turn the
there it
computer
is.
around.
So, wait, when the mood hits you, man.
Yeah, I mean,
He had like the split screen going on, like he had like Pornhub.
Well, this is also the guy that's been married for 35 years, but also has a 10-year-old daughter out of wedlock.
Okay. So he'd be
Yeah.
masturbating and Side pieces.
Masturbating inside of women.
Is that what it's called?
Using their vaginas for masturbating.
Okay.
And my last one, because I'm sure my actual last one, Cody will already say what it is. So my last one would be Zachary Ty Bryan. You know who that is?
Yeah, he was from Home Improvement.
Home Improvement. Also, he was in the Oscar-worthy Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift for choking out his girlfriend on the weekend.
I did not see that. Yeah. What's he in Tokyo Drift?
He's at the beginning in the racing.
Oh, he is. You're right. Yeah.
He stands behind the fence. You can only see that.
Wrong Wilson.
Wrong guy. My last one. Oh, you and Walt?
I do, yeah, I have one.
Okay.
Joni Ernst for not knowing the break-even price of soybeans in her debate with Teresa Greenfield.
Okay.
Being a farm girl from Iowa,
Right.
give me a fucking break. Like, come on. She knew, Teresa Greenfield knew the break-even price of corn. Do you know it?
I don't.
I don't know fucking.
I don't even know what it means.
Yeah, right.
I know what it means, but I don't know
Come on.
what price it is.
I know their commercials are, you can't even skip the ad.
So my son is 4.5. He has an iPad and he watches YouTube.
Yeah.
And we're driving to school one day. He's watching. He goes, "Dad, Teresa Greenfield's on my iPad like, all the time. It's so annoying."
It is.
So when a 4.5-year-old tells you that,
Yeah.
that's enough. Only $200 million spent in Iowa between those two.
That's not bad.
No. I mean, you couldn't use that for anything like child hunger.
I think we should all write in Walt Lehmann for Iowa.
There's too many skeletons in the Politics is
I don't
enough
know.
for me.
Before I get to my last one, I don't know if you knew this. Marshall's running for governor next year.
I didn't know that.
I'm looking for a lieutenant.
I could do lieutenant governor.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the campaign manager.
I mean, here's the thing though, I'll probably get impeached from governor real quick, so he'll be up.
That's fine. I don't want to be.
I'll be third in command on it. You won't get impeached either way.
That's fine.
Cody, you had a nominee?
Yep. So my final nominee, and I assume the winner, is Ben Eulin. He's I don't know if you heard of him. Apparently he's a magician at Adventureland. But last week did stand-up comedy at open mic night here at TeeHees, and first time doing a bit that I just written that week or whatever. And up there I'm kind of like nervous and trying to read off my poem, make sure I don't miss anything. I kind of wrote it down in detail, and I get on stage, and Willie Ferrell, the godfather of comedy, says, "Hey, come here. Let me talk to you a little bit." He says, make sure you go up there and memorize. If you fuck up, you fuck up. Who cares? You know what I mean? Not a big deal. That's what you're here for. You're here for practice. And so, says, go up there, memorize it. Don't use your phone. Don't, who cares? And that night, I go home, and Marshall sends me a screenshot that Ben Eulin had said basically the same thing, but posted it all over Facebook.
Calling Cody out.
Yeah, he didn't use my name specifically, but...
Well, he didn't know it. You're
yeah.
not a big enough name.
Yeah, he's huge, considering I have no idea who he is.
You're right. And
I was the president of Des Moines.
See?
Yeah. So
wait,
Ben Eulin, this week's Comic Claim Award winner, or Lola Piece of Shit of the Week.
nice. Are we starting a beef right now?
We're starting a white man beef.
Do it when Adventureland opens back up in April.
Yeah.
We're sitting front row all of us.
Oh, yeah.
I'm buying a season pass just to go.
Just to go heckle him.
Yeah. Until we get banned.
It's going to be like...
April 2nd
Oh,
from
don't worry.
Adventureland for the year.
I know we're cramped enough, we won't be banned.
No, we'll be good. He'll just be like, guys, go to swim up bar. Leave him
This
alone.
is going to be like Tupac and Biggie beef,
Yeah,
but in
absolutely.
Iowa.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you see it, Walt?
I can see it. Yeah, for sure.
So, Comic Claim Low Life Piece of Shit of the Week.
It'll be like
Ben
Chris
Eulin.
Angel versus, who's the other guy?
David Blaine.
David Blaine.
Nice.
Are they beefing?
I mean, they might as well. They're the only two magicians I know.
That's 100%.
Have you ever heard of Piff the Magic Dragon?
Piff the Magic Dragon?
Yeah, he's a guy that dresses up in a dragon thing and has a little dog he carries around with him.
Wow. Where's that?
He's got a show at the Flamingo, I think, in Vegas.
Oh, no. I've never been to Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Crazy. No, never been.
God, I can't believe
Guess we'll
DDP
have to have a
You guys went to Europe, but you didn't go to Vegas to play?
We'll have to have a second bachelor
Went to
party
Amsterdam. Yeah, there you go.
for you. It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
So before we go into pictures and stuff, let's just drop right into the name game. Let's
Okay.
just bust this one out.
The name game.
What?
Who is?
Yeah!
Name game. Who is? I'll tell you someone's
I
name.
bet you Walt's actually really good at this.
I'll tell you someone's name. You tell me their moniker on
Okay.
stage, or not on stage.
Like, what's an
on screen.
example?
So like
Maybe-
Christopher Wallace, I'd say.
Biggie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you tell you their real name, we'll tell them who they
Okay.
are known to be.
All right. First one, Michael Wayne Offa.
Michael Wayne Offa.
Yeah, ATHA Offa. Michael Wayne Offa. Cody.
Wayne Brady?
Very close. Yellow Wolf.
Oh, very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
Second one, Jonathan William Davis.
Man, I
I have no idea.
God, no, these are hard. Q-Tip.
don't know. Okay. All right.
Yeah, from Tribe Called
Tribe
Quest.
Called Quest, yeah.
Do you know who Q-Tip is, Cody?
Nope.
One of the most influential
Wow.
rap bands of all time.
Do you know who Tribe Called Quest is?
I'm gonna have to get up on my influential rap bands, I guess.
You guys not have
you
rap
kick
music?
it?
Can I
Did
kick
you not
it?
have rap music in Fort Dodge?
Yeah.
Can you kick it?
Is that the song? They sing that song?
She'll say, yes, I can.
Yeah, what's the scenario?
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
left my wallet in El Segundo.
I know the song. I know the words make sense, but
Breathe.
Anita Applebaum.
She got going on.
listen to country back in Lehigh.
All right, here, we'll switch up for you, Cody. Brian Warner.
Jeez, man.
Brian Warner. These are hard this week, actually.
Yeah, you gotta give us a chance, really.
Brian Warner.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Kanye West.
No, close. Close. Marilyn Manson.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fourth one, Jenna Marie Masoli. Jenna Marie Masoli.
That is Lady Gaga.
False. We had her last week.
No, that's who's that one?
Bad Bobby.
Who's that one porn star that married the rich guy that died?
You're kind of on the right track, actually. But
God
you're
damn
not.
it! I can't.
You're thinking of
Jenna
Anna Nicole
Jameson.
Smith?
Anna Nicole Smith. Yeah, I was thinking Anna
Jenna
Nicole
Jameson is
Smith.
the correct answer.
Oh wow, nice.
Nice. Yeah, I looked up because I saw your picture, and I went back to our timeline when we talked about Lisa Ann one time.
Yeah.
And how she's in town.
Her and I are best
big,
friends.
big fans. Big fans.
Lisa Ann signed
so-
one
Who's
of
your-
our album
who-
CD
turns out-
covers one time.
Who's your
Yeah,
favorite?
that's one
Who's your favorite
picture.
porn star? And how do you feel about?
Well, we're not done naming
Okay,
yet.
fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was going to look up Lisa Ann, but her turns out that's her real
That's
name.
her name,
Yeah. Last one, Jeffrey Allen Towns.
Jeffrey Allen Towns.
Jeffrey Allen Towns. DJs for the greatest rapper of all time.
He DJs for the greatest rapper of all time.
Yep.
Oh, DJ Jazzy Jeff.
DJ Jazzy
yeah.
Jeff. Nice. You guys did great. You
Yeah.
got-
we got one right, I think.
no, you got two. Yeah. Jen Jameson, Jazzy Jeff. That's not bad. 2 for 10.
Walt, do you have a favorite porn star? I know Marshall's is Christy Mack because she can take a punch, but
Wow.
Wow, Cody.
Butchie.
that's his opinion. He has the Christy Mack hat he wears all the time
Porn star.
Haven't worn that hat in years.
in like weeks.
See, so I'm going to date myself once again, but did you guys ever have to watch porn on a VHS?
Yeah.
Yeah, when my
did.
dad went to work.
Jeez, of all
Pull
time.
out the drawer.
There's so many. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Nina Hartley, pretty good back in the day.
I mean, the correct answer is Lisa Ann.
I mean, she's great.
She does fancy football now on the radio.
I know, and she's annoying. On
Does
that.
Pamela Anderson count as a porn star?
No.
No.
No, yeah, not even barbed wire.
But she did that one with Tommy Lee.
Yeah, but that was more of a sex tape. Like,
Okay.
That'd be the
That's
same like
fair enough.
Paris Hilton.
That's
is
fair
a
enough.
porn
Kim
star,
Kardashian's
Kim
a porn
Kardashian.
star.
Kim Kardashian's a trash human.
How dare you? She's married to Kanye West.
Yeah, he's a trash human
This
too.
show's over.
This friendship is over.
All right.
Walt, I was looking through your Facebook, and you once predicted in January that the Lions would win the Super Bowl.
The
Ha-
Detroit Lions?
Yeah. How are you so good at knowing the future?
I was probably being facetious.
I assume so, because it was January and the Lions don't play
Were you hanging
past.
out with Joe Kupke?
Probably.
Yeah.
So a lot of my family's from Michigan. My mom's actually a big Lions fan. A lot of my relatives, so I feel for Joe Kepke.
Okay.
Yeah, the Lions arguably may never win a Super Bowl.
On that same post, you said, if you don't like your job, you should walk into your job, tell your boss no hard feelings, kick over his desk, flip over the water cooler, and walk out. Do you still think that's good advice?
Yes, 100%. If there's a water cooler and a desk to flip over, I say do it.
You don't need to give a 2-week notice. Just go in there.
Not nowadays.
Man, most people are working at home.
Don't
you
tell-
just
don't
really
tell 'em
have to
why,
Clean
just
up your own house.
No hard feelings. Walk out and flip everything over.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be
Very
the best
fair.
way to do it.
Very
I
fair.
mean, what's really 2 weeks? You go in there, everyone's pissed off at you. There's all this anxiety and tension. Just flip the desk.
Just flip the desk. And then I think you said something about when you go to apply for the next job, just tell them what happened.
You have to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're not going to get a referral, right?
And that's what you said. You're not
So
going
when
to.
they
This
go,
is why I
"We
won't
have
get a
to touch
reference
base
from
with
them.
your last job, just be like, you probably shouldn't do that. Here's what happened. But, you know, I think they'll respect the honesty and the intensity that you have.
Yeah. Okay.
So you
Fair
can-
enough.
Yeah.
Let's go through some old pictures.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Here's the first one I got. Who's this? Who's this handsome man next to Jason Momoa?
Ooh.
Oh, is that you?
Oh yeah, that is me.
Where was this at?
So that was at Waveland Cafe.
Okay.
He came up to me and said, "Can I get a picture with MC Lyrical?"
I 100%
And I said,
believe that.
"Aquaman, yes, you can." And so yeah, it was at Waveland. He was there with his family, and we took a picture together.
What's his favorite spots in Des Moines, you were saying?
Waveland's,
Yep.
BBops, and Kung Fu Tap and Taco Bar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of sexy men, who's this guy?
That is our first album cover. My mom loves that picture.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, so we recreated the Garden of Eden in that picture. That is a hand-carved African mask held onto me with a fly fishing line.
Oh, what, you didn't have a boner?
Well, I did, but it's so small it doesn't affect the picture at all. That is in my friend Tucker Anderson's basement.
Nice.
He's a big hunter, like safari hunter and stuff, so all those are real
Stuffed animals.
And that's the wallpaper behind. That's the wallpaper on the wall.
And it's a random bottle of champagne.
Actually, it was just a white. But no, yeah, that's Dom Perignon. Those are katana swords. We found all that stuff in his basement, and we were like, done. We had no idea what the background was going to be. It literally was a white wall. And there's a guy, Steve Pavick, in Chicago, who did a lot of our beats on our songs on our first album. And he said he could put an album cover together.
Okay.
So he emailed that to us, and maybe the hardest I've ever laughed in my life.
That's got to be the greatest album cover of all time.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Our second album cover is pretty good too, but that one is pretty unbeatable for sure.
He looks like about to say Shitter's 4 right there.
Exactly. Yes.
Who is this
Yes.
hottie with you in this picture?
That is Dolly Parton.
I know.
Yeah, and that is my Lloyd Christmas haircut.
It was a
from back in the
fantastic
day.
haircut. You guys can't see it.
Yes.
It's a fantastic one.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Dolly and I dated for a short time.
Yeah. She took you to Dolly World?
Oh yeah, yeah. I took her to Dolly World.
Nice.
Yeah, she got to ride Space Mountain. So,
Oh, speaking of Space Mountain, here's my next photo.
there he is, Ric Flair, the man.
The man.
So,
Yes.
yeah, you've met a lot of really famous people.
I have been lucky.
I saw a picture with Herschel Walker,
Herschel Walker, yeah.
Little Richie,
Little Richard, yeah, yeah,
Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott, yeah.
yeah.
All right, does
So-
everybody die after you meet them? Or what?
Ric Flair's
Yeah.
still alive.
Yeah,
Ric Flair.
Dolly Parton.
Jason
He'll
Momoa.
never die.
Yeah.
I don't know about Dolly Parton, but
Yeah, so I went. I got to cover Super Bowl 34, which was the Titans Rams Super Bowl
you got to cover it for who?
for ABC.
Oh wow,
So I was on the sideline for that, and
that's awesome.
that's where the Stuart Scott photo was. Herschel Walker, that was the 1999 SEC championship. It was Florida and Alabama at the Georgia Dome, and he was there for that, so I got a picture with him on there. Yep. Little Richard. I met, so when I was in Myrtle Beach, they had a House of Blues, and they used to do concerts and stuff,
Yeah.
so we got to go for free, so that's where I met Dolly and Little Richard.
Yeah, you've met. Jeez, I kept going through. I'm like, oh, this must be a cool question. I'm like, oh, he's met this person, this person, this person. I'm like,
Yeah, I've been
Jesus.
pretty fortunate. And
And now you can add to the list you've met Cody King.
yeah, I was looking.
Am I the coolest person you ever met?
Well, the coolest thing is you raised all that money for the Children's Hospital, and you have, the beer.
It's
Oh,
Carson.
Carson.
That's my.
Carson King.
Oh,
Well, that's my cousin Carson.
Cody often gets confused with Jason Momoa's left leg.
yeah.
I-
So I can see that.
It's weird that Carson King is my cousin and Martin Luther is my uncle. So
That's cool.
I don't know if you can see the family resemblance between us three.
I did.
You have a
Yeah.
street named after you
Yeah,
right over here.
right, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Go ahead. So back to you predicting the Lions wouldn't win the Super Bowl. This is back in 2014, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
You're predicting masks at this time? We had to wear masks? Did you know 2020 was coming?
Yes, that was yes. I knew right away. That was the World Cup. I think it was
16? It might have been 16, yeah.
Yeah.
Men's or women's?
Men's. They were playing Portugal that day. We went up 2-0 and ended up tying 3-3. But yeah, huge soccer fan. I had one, so they had a. It was at 1908 Draft House over in Johnston, and they had an NCAA basketball pool. So you put money in, you draw a team, and I drew whoever won that year, Duke or somebody. So the winner got to have a keg party at the bar.
Oh, nice.
So it just so happened that U.S. was playing on a Sunday, and so that was that.
That's the keg party.
That was the keg party.
All right. Last picture I got is one of our former guests and a good friend of the show wearing a T-shirt with you on it as a kid.
Yes.
Now, did you?
Great story about this coming up
so
too.
I'd like to hear how this shirt happened.
I don't exactly remember how the shirt happened. That picture was on Facebook as a profile picture. It's like my maybe 7th grade or 6th grade picture. I have fangs. My teeth are all fucked up. Horrible haircut. And he sent me that picture. He just had a T-shirt made. And the funny thing is people come up to him and go, "Oh, was that you? Is that a picture of you?" He's like, "No." But
I can see the resemblance.
Bruce and I, so for those of you who know or don't know Bruce, he's like a fitness nut, insanity.
Yeah, he runs like 36 miles a day for fun.
And it's not only that, just in his life, he's very driven, very intense.
Oh, yeah.
So he put on Facebook 2 weeks ago or something, I'm looking for a crazy challenge. I need a new challenge. So I said, Bruce, I got a challenge for you. So starting November 1st, he and I have a bet.
Yep.
He has to gain 20 pounds and lose it before I lose 40 pounds.
Gain 20 pounds. Okay. That is a crazy bet.
Crazy bet. Whoever loses has to pay the winner's charity of choice $10,000. Just kidding. $100.
I was like, Jesus.
Oh, man.
Well, you guys are going intense with this one. Holy
I'll be honest with you,
shit.
you're going to lose that one.
Yeah. Holy shit.
$100. So I'm hoping that his metabolism is so insane that it'll be really hard for him to gain 20 pounds. That's my hope. Because it's going to take me at least 2 years to lose.
Here's what will happen. Once he gains the 20 pounds, we'll do our best just to feed him nothing but alcohol.
And that's the
all
thing.
time.
I mean, I know once he gets the 20 on, the 20's coming off fast.
Yeah.
So I've got to get to work. Now, luckily, I'm about 90% body fat. So all I can lose is that. So, and I told my doctor the other day I'm way too short for my BMI.
For your BMI?
So, yeah. Yeah.
That's fair.
But, yeah, so November 1st, that challenge starts for everyone.
Okay.
I don't know what his charity is. I'm assuming it's something
Wounded
Warrior.
Warrior, I would
probably.
assume, probably. But
I'm doing Kick It Forward, which is a local soccer charity that helps underprivileged children play
cool.
soccer.
Nice.
So because, you know, it costs like $10,000 now to play soccer, which is stupid. You need a pair of shoes and shin guards.
yeah, that's all you get.
So, yeah. So November 1st, that starts.
Wow.
And that should get me down to my ideal weight if I was 7 foot tall.
I was going to ask you about this picture, but
Yes.
since we're already sporting the jackets, you know, I don't know if you
Yes.
noticed that, but
Sorry, I
The
didn't
on-
know
the
there was
on-
going to be a crowd or whatever.
the online is an amazing thing.
Yeah, so that, my son was about 2.5 there, and we were doing family pictures, and nobody knew, but I bought jackets, the wolf jackets for everyone.
Yeah, these are fantastic.
Walter was not having that. So it's one of those where you go on Facebook and it's like the top 30 worst family pictures.
Yes.
That's one of them right there.
Nice.
I enjoyed that.
I've got two more real quick.
Okay.
This one, did you have a mole in this picture?
So actually, that's not me.
Oh, that's not you?
No.
It's
No,
A lot of people
There's been
think
a lot
that's
of
me.
memes out of that one.
Yes.
okay.
But it does look like me. I was actually not fat. Until
That
I
one's
was about
actually you?
25. That's my senior picture. right
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually stunningly attractive with that mullet.
How about this one though? What is going on with this pizza box?
So that is at Plaza Pub.
Okay.
The
I don't know if you
P-Pub,
guys ever
right by
been.
Merle Mall.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It's just a
Hole in the wall,
pizza
but
box.
best pizza in Des Moines. I don't know if anyone knows that.
I've only
either.
had their drinks there.
Oh, so good. So we were drunk. We had played there several times. So we used to, when we first started, we get $300 a show,
Yeah.
which I don't know what the kids get nowadays.
It's
but-
about average for like a up and coming.
Sure. So Plaza Pub's like, we never have live music. You know, we'll pay you $100. We're like, we're not playing here unless you pay us $300, but we promise there will be people here. No. Finally, they're like, okay, but if not, we're not going to pay you. We're like, fine. The place was like packed. People coming out of the doors, packed. They had to run over to the Target across the street to get more alcohol. They ran out
Seriously?
of alcohol. Yeah. So
Damn.
anyway, so we were, and it was like 3 blocks from my house. We drank in there all the time. So we went in there one night, and that was we were just writing down song names that we could write songs to. So
Okay.
That
Yeah, it looks like you
was
got
what
just got
those
a bunch of
song titles.
Artists and then titles.
Yeah, I think.
NWA, 50 Cent. Looks like Flo Rida.
Oh, actually, you know what?
I think that was their list of greatest rappers.
Lionel Richie.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, Lionel Richie's a great rapper.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Actually, that was a track list
for 2011. So this was
So that actually, I take that back. We played there on a Sunday, fun day, and that was our playlist.
Okay.
You giving shout out to songs you've had? Sunday, Bloody Fun Day.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Also off Greatest Hits.
Greatest Hits So Far.
Greatest
was our
Hits So
first
Far,
album.
correct.
First album.
And then Greatest Hits 2, Dropping the Deuce was our second.
That's a great title. That's a great
Not
title.
as good as Invisible Touch.
And you know where that album cover was shot?
Where?
Wellman's men's bathroom on Ingersoll.
Nice.
You can take a gander at that. You'll recognize
Don't
it.
think I won't print that out and hang it on the wall.
Oh yeah, no, the whole CD, everything, all the pictures were shot in there by
Okay.
T.J. Irvin.
Oh, nice.
Now he's God Squad. I don't think he'll admit that, but back in the day,
He's coaching women's soccer, so he's got
well,
straight edge.
then he's lost it.
Yeah.
Jesus, what patience he has to have.
Right.
No laughs on that.
He won't hear it, so it's fine.
Good.
So on your Facebook, it says you studied goal reduction management.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So I was a goalie, soccer goalie.
Okay.
So goal reduction would
So
mean
you played.
you're keeping
You just
goals
played
out
goalie.
of.
Okay.
And,
And
he
then-
manages to do it.
Yep. Then I coached at Coastal Carolina University in Drake here in town.
Okay.
Also, I would like to say, as of today, I played at University of Pittsburgh. They are number one in the country. In,
Nice.
Soccer right now, ranked number one.
Wow.
Yep. So
Cody's a big soccer guy, so
yeah,
No, not. Definitely not.
Disrespectful.
I did play when I was younger. I actually played goalie too.
nice.
Played
Is that what happened to
AAU.
your face?
Yeah. Yeah.
is that why
I was good. I was really good at blocking stuff with my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
I
why
heard
your
balls
dad
coming
doesn't
off your
love
face.
you? Because in Fort Dodge, soccer
Well, that's not.
wasn't
That's.
acceptable.
And this wasn't. I actually played for the Ames AAU team,
Oh,
but
okay. That's a long drive.
yeah. Well, it wasn't that bad. It was 30 minutes from the house, but yeah.
All right, well, with that
But
being
way
said,
to try and hurt my feelings, Marshall.
No, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Your dad did that a long time ago. But we're going to wrap this up.
I've only got one more question.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So, big Bacon Fest guy. Kind of going full circle to the beginning of the show. Do you have? And I've seen dozens of outfits. Do you have a favorite Bacon Fest outfit?
Yes. And I mean, it wasn't even. So they have themes every year.
Yeah.
The Viking theme, I did not dress up. Mike did, but Mike had got me a shirt, which I still have, which maybe is the best shirt ever. It says, "I was asked, asked, raped in '88 Rick Astley World Tour." So I wore that shirt and just some corduroys, and I just love that outfit. But then the wrestling one, Ric Flair robe that my wife's great grandmother made for me by hand was pretty.
And then you met Ric Flair, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you wore the robe.
Wore the robe. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pro wrestling night at the the Iowa Energy game.
Nice.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we wrap the show up every week with final thoughts. You know, Jerry Springer stole it from us, even though he had it like 20 years
Sure.
prior.
No, I get it.
But
Yeah, but he saw the future, like he's kind of like Walt.
Yeah.
He's a foreseer of the future.
So do you have any final thoughts for the week?
Just in general,
In general, yeah.
I would just like to see a little more compassion for our fellow human beings. I'd like to see a little less divisiveness.
Okay.
I
Getting
think
deep
we
with
can
it.
all find some common ground with each other, as evidenced by us three sitting here.
You
Yeah.
said that on your
No.
Facebook post that I was reading earlier in 2012.
Yeah.
So things haven't gotten better since then, huh?
No, they've definitely gotten worse. But I think if everyone would just sit the fuck down and just talk to people instead of getting on Facebook,
Yeah.
I think the world would be a better place.
Yeah. If I didn't need
And if they could eat more Lolas and BBops, obviously.
Agreed. And
100%.
you know
It'll make
what?
our life better for
no,
sure.
no one ever gets upset drinking Jameson and eating bacon.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of fights happen over
Yeah.
Jameson.
Yeah.
Bacon. A little bit.
But that's my final thought. And vote.
Okay.
Everyone vote.
Yeah. For Kanye.
Fair enough. Don't. Oh God, I hate you so much.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it out loud.
Vote for Kanye. You're an idiot.
Cody, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I gotta say a big thank you to Lola's for being a new sponsor. Thank you to BBops for continuing sponsorship. Thank you to Walt for being on the show and
These
this
fucking
fantastic
sweet
fucking
jackets. I got a new
jacket.
winter coat now.
God damn.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can keep the women away from me at this point with this jacket on.
Right. No, it's
There's
magnetic.
a first
Yeah.
time for everything, so
Yeah.
I'm excited for you, man.
Yeah.
They don't even have to go to my house to rub the fuzzy wall. I can just sit here and rub it like this.
Right. No, it's like a second skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you can get rid of those skin suits you've got.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay.
Marsh?
So we've talked before about how family video.
Oh, here we go.
We think it's like some kind of a drug front, money laundering. So I saw this on Twitter the other day, and I'm just very curious. Family video now selling CBD products.
So it is a drug front.
Yeah. So now we know.
Yes.
So my final thought is, family video, nice work out of you.
Yeah.
Staying alive. They beat Blockbuster to the punch, and also don't go see magic shows that eventually.
Yeah.
Until
Ben-
Cody gets a formal apology.
Ben Euland, we're
Until
coming for
Cody
you.
gets a formal
We're coming for you,
apology.
Ben Euland.
There you go.
And
I'm okay with that.
yeah, and also stay out of the city, Ankeny.
Don't ever go to Nebraska. That state fucking sucks.
Other than that, appreciate you guys all listening. Thanks, Walt, for coming on. And
Thanks for having me.
for the winter coat.
Yeah, man.
This is nice.
You're
I'm
very
gonna sleep on this
welcome.
tonight.
I got a gross of them at home. I ordered them in bulk, so
Nice.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
know
start
why I
handing them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry's getting one next.
Jerry will love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Happiest man in the world.
Yes. I'm going to give him Walter's old one, so
Oh, it'll fit.
it should.
All right, thanks
right.
for listening, guys.
Check us out next time, guys.
Yeah.